Ma'am, what's your name?
Please don't come in here. Can you step away? I asked you more than once not to film me.
What's your name?
Thank you. Have a good day.
No?
Any reason why you came today?
Just to see how you respond to members of the public that want to observe you during the course of your duties. And so far, you've proven that you have no idea what the rights of the members of the public are.
Trespassing.
Okay.
Anytime you're willing to leave.
I heard you the first time. Being professional is identifying yourself when you encounter a member of the public. That's being professional. All right? And so far, you're not setting a good example. That's shameful. That's shameful. Oh. Hello, folks, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we are headed to the Chicago Housing Authority. There's been a report about one of the residents that was threatened with eviction just because she made a report about some unsafe conditions at her building. And I want to stop by there and see if anyone can answer some questions. And don't get me wrong, I am not naive to the fact that someone's gonna come down and speak with me, but sometimes these interactions with the public employees kind of lends credibility to some of the stories by the way they respond and react to my presence. And as I hinted, I was arrested for simply exercising my right. And of course, the trolls are happy and excited about that, and that's something I expect. It's not going to hinder my activism in any way. If anything, it strengthens me, gives me the drive to push even further. It tells me that I am on the right track. Such opposition only makes it clearer to me that I am heading in the right direction. For instance, I have recently received tips and leads about some specific incidents of corruption within the Chicago public schools from an insider, from an employee, and I'm sure that's just the beginning. Having said that, I will see you inside. Yeah, I'm okay. This is the Chicago Housing Authority? Okay. I just wanted to make sure. Thank you. Do you guys have a supervisor around? Is there a supervisor here? Do you have any kind of supervisor? My concern, I just wanted to see if I can speak with anyone here about an issue. Any? No, I'm just, no, I'm not. That's the only way I can speak with someone. I have to call them. So no one can come down here and speak with me? No? Okay. All right. Can I not film in here? Oh. Are you a supervisor?
No, I'm not.
You're not?
Yes.
What?
You have to ask permission to film in here, please.
No, that's not true.
Don't film me. I don't want to be filmed. I don't want to be in your camera.
Okay, I mean, if you're gonna be rude,
Neither did she.
if you're gonna be rude about it, then I'm gonna record everything. Okay?
Something related that you need some help?
I just had questions for any supervisor that's present.
You'll fill out the sheet and somebody will come and check with you in a minute. But can you please point that camera elsewhere?
Ma'am, if you keep telling me to do that, then I'm not going to do that. All right? I have a right to record in public.
I'm asking you
Okay.
not to film me personally.
Okay.
Okay? So
All right.
can you please point that elsewhere? If you don't have any business with CHA.
Okay.
If you do, you have questions, you'll have to fill out the thing. Please turn that camera off, sir.
Ma'am, the more you...
Okay, can you call security up upstairs?
Okay.
you have an appointment?
I don't need an appointment to be here, ma'am.
No, you don't. But
Yeah.
You need some help, you can go ahead and fill out a sheet.
Okay.
And please point that camera elsewhere.
Actually, that's part of the reason that I'm here to do an employee conduct check, and so far you're proving me right. She's barking orders at me not to record in public. I wasn't even here for her.
And then if he's not filling out the order, they'll approach him. This is your receipt. This is your This is your name. You could use that to open checks. And then post it. Yes.
It was like a town. So we done?
Yo, don't worry, I ain't got you on my camera.
Come on, get the check.
So she thinks that she can bark orders at me to leave a public space. It's one thing to politely ask not to be on camera. It's a whole other thing to bark orders at me and tell me to get out of public property. That's when the camera stays on you. Ma'am, what's your name? Ma'am, what's your name?
Please don't come in here. Can you step away? I asked you more than once not to film it.
What's your name?
Thank you. Have a good day.
No? Did you call the security person? You did? Okay. So it seems like she asked for the security personnel. We're going to wait around to see if they understand that members of the public have a right to be here and observe them. We are at the Chicago Public Housing Authority, where they pretty much do whatever they want. A lady made some complaints and they threatened her with eviction.
How's it going, sir?
I'm good, how are you?
If you want to record me as I'm speaking.
I'm sorry?
This is a private building. You're making people very uncomfortable.
Who am I?
At this point, this is a verbal trespass. We're going to have to ask you to leave. If you refuse, which you might will, we'll just call CPD and you'll just end up waiting here until everything.
May I have your name?
I will not be answering any questions.
May I have your
However,
name?
At this time, you are trespassing.
Do you work for the public?
I am not a law enforcement officer.
Okay.
I do not need to provide you my name.
Do you work for the public?
I just said I am not a law enforcement officer.
It doesn't
I
matter.
do not need to provide you any information.
If you work for the public, you need to identify yourself when you engage a member of the public.
This time you are trespassing.
Okay.
Please leave the building.
This is public property.
This is not public property.
Listen.
This building is privately owned.
Okay, it's privately owned?
This entity is public.
Exactly.
This building is privately owned.
You just answered my
This
question.
land is privately owned.
I am telling you this is
This
public
time
property.
It's trespassing.
You can't trespass me from public property.
If you comment on one, you can feel free to stand around until they arrive.
Do what you want to do. I'm telling you this is not private property. Okay? You need to understand that.
Believe what you want, sir.
The fact that you're ignorant about that is telling. It's telling. It might be a private building, but CHA, like you said, is a public entity. So that makes this space a public space. All right?
Yep. Just
Okay?
any reason why you came today?
Just to see how you respond to members of the public that want to observe you during the course of your duties. And so far, you've proven that you have no idea what the what the rights of the members of the public
you are
are.
trespassing.
Okay.
Anytime you're willing to leave.
I heard you the first time.
Might be 15, 20 minutes before CPD.
I heard you the first time. You have a good day. Maybe they can educate you that I have a right to be here.
No, they're gonna ask you to leave as well.
Okay, we'll wait for them and see what happens. And be more professional.
So why CHA this time?
Oh, why CHA this time? Because CHA is a public entity.
So you're just an auditor for all public agencies?
I'm sorry?
You're just an auditor for all public agencies?
Every government agency. Yeah,
Cool.
every government agency.
Well, you're perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Just stand by.
Sounds good.
Try not to bother anybody.
All I do is record. People actually bother me. It's the other way around. Okay? What's your name again? Are you still not going to identify yourself? Even though you're a public
I
servant?
don't need to.
Okay, I'm going to FOIA your name then. I can get your name.
No, yeah, you can definitely.
Right. But it's more professional to identify yourself to members of the public.
I know we need to
Okay.
answer your questions.
But you at least have to identify yourself. So I know who I'm speaking with. I'm sorry?
I do not need to answer your questions.
That's your right. That's your right. I'm just saying it's unprofessional. That's all I'm saying. It's unprofessional. You can choose not to speak with me, of course, but that's unprofessional.
I understand.
Can I have your name?
No.
I can have your name. Are you a public employee?
I work on the so.
But are you employed by the public? Was my question.
However,
Which is
once
a public.
again, we do not need to answer your questions.
Okay. Well, that's all you have to say. Right. He said he was with you. He didn't say he wasn't going to answer my question. But that's unprofessional. When you engage members of the public that pay your salary, you need to identify yourself. I'm sure it's in your policy to ID yourself to the public. You also need to have a badge. You also need to be wearing a badge on you. That's how we know that you're a public servant. For all I know, you could be anyone off the street. I can't identify you. You don't have an ID badge. How do I even know that you are who you say you are? Think about that for a second. This is why we do what we do. See how you guys respond to the people that pay your salary. Okay?
Perfectly fine.
We are your bosses.
It's your absolute right to do what you're doing.
Yeah.
However, private building,
Private building, public entity.
private land.
Once this private property rented the space to CHA, it becomes public.
That'd be different.
This is a lobby. This is a lobby.
At a police station, CPD owns that building.
Yeah, you're very uneducated about that.
Right.
All right, inform yourself. All right. How long have you worked for CHA? So same story, guys. Still encountering public employees that think because so guys, I think they have called the police and we are going to wait for the police and hopefully they will get educated today that we have a right to be here and observe them. So are you the supervisor? Are you the supervisor?
I'm a deputy chief.
You're deputy chief?
I'm safety and security. Yeah.
Okay, they would not identify themselves.
I'm sorry?
They would not identify themselves when I ask them for their names.
They don't have to.
They don't have to. You don't have that in your policy that public employees have to
No.
identify to
When we
members of
have,
the public. They don't even have a badge on. How do I know they work for CHA?
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No, I know.
How can I take his word for it that he works for CHA? How can I identify that? He could be anyone off the street.
Like you?
Yeah, like me. Yeah. Like
But
me.
I know him. I know who he is.
Yeah, that's
he
the-
works for me, so I'm good with that.
Okay, but the members of the public are not good with that. That's what you fail to understand. We need to be able to identify you guys when we walk in here as public employees.
No, that's not true at all.
That's
Yeah,
not
that
true?
is-
Yeah, but he doesn't have one.
He has it.
Okay, he just pulled it out of his pocket.
That's all we need.
Why didn't he do that the first time? Just be more professional. That's all I'm asking. He wasn't. Being professional is identifying yourself when you encounter a member of the public. That's being professional. All right? And so far you're not setting a good example. That's shameful. That's
That's
shameful.
your opinion.
Oh, absolutely right.
You're going to stand over here.
Absolutely
This
right.
is private.
Oh, come on.
No, you're going to stand over here.
Don't go there. This is all public
You're not-
space.
No, it's not. You're not allowed to walk past this area. This is for our residents. This is for our employees.
Okay.
This is for the public. Did you check in?
I don't have to check in.
Yes, you did.
I don't
Now,
have
that
to
is
check
policy. So I would prefer you go over there.
It is policy. It's not law. I go by the law. Policy is for the employees here.
Okay.
All right.
So just so you also understand.
Okay.
I don't approve you recording me.
Oh, you're in public. You have no expectation of privacy in public. Don't you know that?
No. But can I record you?
Oh, you can. But the thing is, absolutely, there are cameras here. But the difference is, you're in your public capacity, and whatever you do becomes public record.
Right.
So when you do that, I'm going to request that. I'm going to FOIA request that, and you're on notice now. Do not delete that when you record me.
Okay.
You're on notice.
So you don't mind me recording you? I'd just like to show the police the video.
Yeah, they're here.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
they're here.
I'll just record you.
Yeah, they're
But
here.
you're not going to go past this.
Oh, I already did.
Thank you. So I gave him a not walk around.
Okay. He said I couldn't be over here. Ma'am, I'm not gonna record you. I'm not here for you. I'm not here for you.
So
Well, nice to meet you.
Sir, you gotta go. Okay?
I have to go. I have to go. And why is that? May I have your name first, Dolan?
Sergeant Dolan, yeah.
What's your badge number?
177 now.
Good to meet you.
Yeah, you can't, if there is need to leave, you have to leave.
Sir, this is public space. Okay? The only way they can ask me to leave a public space is if I violate the law. Okay? If I commit a crime, that's when you can trespass someone from public property. Simply being here recording and exercising my First Amendment right to record public employees, and the courts have established that we can come in and record you and every one of them during the course of their duties. So just because they don't like it doesn't mean they have the right to kick me out of here.
Well, unfortunately,
Okay.
when I gave you the warning that you're not allowed to go into an employee area, you did.
Sir, this is a
So
public
that's
space.
why now you're
This is a
Only certain parts are public. Certain
Okay.
parts are not.
okay. If you're going to go that way, for any space in public to be deemed inaccessible to the public, it has to be clearly marked restricted. If it's not marked,
Well, I think the employees are telling you.
oh no, it has to be officially marked.
Sir,
It has
sir,
to be officially marked.
If you don't leave,
Okay.
you're gonna get arrested.
I'm going to get arrested
Yeah.
for being in
You're
the
gonna sign complaints for criminal.
for being in a public space that where I have the right
This
to
is
be.
not a public space. Where you went was not public.
Where?
That's fine.
Okay,
We'll work
where's
with you. That's fine.
where's the restriction? Where's the signs that says restricted? That's the only way you can restrict my movement in a public space. It has to be there have to be a sign that says it's restricted.
I haven't had any problems
Okay.
having you locked up.
All right. Okay, go ahead and violate my rights under United States Code.
120.
You cannot construe a constitutionally protected activity into a crime.
Squad, I need a two-man unit over to.
And yeah, get your supervisor, please.
Stand here and, we had a subject, for criminal trespass to CHA property when feasible.
Get your supervisor. I need your supervisor.
I am the supervisor.
Get your supervisor. I'm officially
I
asking
don't have
for your
that.
supervisor.
I don't have any units at all. Anybody, temporary units from the clear?
You have to get your supervisor when I ask for
No
one.
temporary ever,
Because you're about to violate my First Amendment right to freely record in public.
Squad, do we have any other citywide units and one that can help out?
Any other units and one that can go to keep them here, help out, security them here?
The courts have ruled that you cannot construe a constitutionally protected activity into a crime. I am exercising my First Amendment right to record in public. And you have just threatened me with arrest for exercising my rights.
And the temporary units, there's one area, Sam Tyrant, 60, Sam Tyrant, anyone's available for 120.
Where did he go?
Back here for the employee area.
Just to be clear, there are no signs here that says restricted.
I advised you on your video.
So there has to be a sign. You can just tell me it's restricted without it actually being restricted. All right? Okay.
Sorry, one.
Make sure I get your name.
2-4. 1-2-4, are you talking? Here.
What you should be doing, sir, is upholding your oath to the Constitution that you swore to. You swore an oath to defend the U.S. Constitution, and that includes my First Amendment right.
Anything
And so far you are violating your
We
oath.
know that you're gonna be arrested.
You're violating your oath to the
You
Constitution.
understand that?
Loud and clear. I have it on camera.
So I'm gonna advise you again, you're gonna have to check it. That is protocol.
That may be your
So why
policy.
don't you come on over here and sign on in?
That may be your policy. I mean, if I can sign in, I don't have to give you my name. I can sign in.
No, the policy. Yeah,
No, the policy says sign in. The policy doesn't say I should give you my ID. Right.
It is actually.
No, I'm going to stand over here.
Well, then now you are trespassing. At least if you go sign in, you have to argue.
Yeah.
But now you're refusing to sign in, so.
All right. Let's go that route. Sign in. What is this? So why were people here? You know where that needs to be? Outside. That needs to be outside.
Doesn't really need
And there were clients here when I came in, so I have it all on camera. And I'm signed in now, so.
That the train left, just left North and Clyde.
So the sergeant here thinks that he can take me to jail for exercising my First Amendment right, and he will learn the hard way. He will learn the hard way that he cannot do that.
Oh, okay, great. So right there, right up here.
Did you call your supervisor, like I asked?
Hey, I'm just trying to get clarification. Is the car, the train stopped at North and Clyde line, or it left North and Clyde line? For that person, what time? Okay, 8:28, Captain Train, still on motion.
Last chance. Otherwise you're getting locked up. You leave now or you're getting locked up.
With 1:20.
Did you call your supervisor?
Are you 51? Yes, so with 1:20.
You have to call your supervisor when I ask for one, sir.
34? 32 for
So this sign that you guys just put up, why did you just put up that sign? Hello. Yeah, may I have your name and your badge number?
Very aggressive in front of several
Don't interfere with my.
It's right there.
Okay.
It's okay, I agree with it.
It's just a little tight. It's a little tight.
Okay.
It's supposed to be
I
tight.
thought we had to get back.
Yeah, you go by, there's a degree with, where from there, right, and 55 years old, 55, and we
I need my property with me. I need my property with me.
Yeah, of course, we can. Hold on one second. Correspondent, when you regret it.